Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Thursday, October 22nd, 2015. Ra here in the Lynn-Body-Mind, Black Wolf in the Jamie-Body-Mind, other teammates and other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and all of us in the subatomic levels of the physical dimension from the perspective of the spirit world viewers.
That's true.
It's unclear what our focus is supposed to be for the videoed portion of today's effort, so we're going with the foundational intention, which is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart right now, and with that, it begins. Someone is asking me a question, and the question makes a point, and it's a good point, and that's, do I seriously think we're going to be able to manifest a collective restart right now? No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I see that over 2.5 million spirit world presences and a good number of nature realms presences,
A large number,
working together, have not yet successfully gotten 3 miserable cordoned off life forms to live their soul plan.
That's true.
And so it isn't likely that we're going to be able to provide a collective restart right now, but just because we can't do it right now doesn't mean that it can't be done.
That's true.
And we're starting where we are, using what we have and doing what we can. What do I know? I know that we have all committed to this. We as spirit world presences have all signed soul contracts that commit each of us to manifest the divine plan no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do.
That's true.
And we have ignored that for so long that it has come to be something people say and don't pay any attention to.
That's true, like the Pledge of Allegiance. The national anthem.
What does it say? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, it doesn't have liberty and justice for all.
That's true.
Police feel free to shoot black people with impunity, and they're not even investigated. It starts with police shooting black people.
That's true.
And they watch how society as a whole reacts. And because the reaction isn't overwhelmingly horrified,
That's true.
then police are going to be moving into shooting people with coffee-colored skins.
That's true.
And then lighter and lighter and lighter skins until it's very clear to all that we're living in a police state.
That's true.
So there is no liberty or justice for all. That isn't true.
That's true.
What now?
What now? Still feel that person who asked the question.
Yes, they're still there. So although we know that it's impossible for us to do this right now based on our current test, given what we have to work with right now, we are unable to provide a collective restart right now.
That's
It
true.
doesn't obviate the assignment. The assignment is to manifest the divine plan, and all the data very clearly shows what's needed is providing a collective restart.
That's true.
That conclusion was reached in Planet Earth Dating maybe close to a year ago.
That's true.
And nothing has come up in all the testing that's been done since then that contradicts that assessment.
That's true.
A collective restart is what's needed because so many people are just angrily dug in, people being a term that applies to sentient presences of all persuasions.
That's true.
Humanoids and non-humanoids of the nature realms, machinery, planets, galaxies, universes, and
Spirit world presences.
all levels of presence.
That's true.
All levels of presence, by and large, are angrily dug in, saying, I can't possibly be expected to do that. That's unreasonable.
That's true.
We're all spiritual beings having an experience. Our souls have a plan for this experience before we enter it. We know there are going to be challenges, but we expect to win. Then we enter the experience in some way, shape, or form. It's harder than we thought it was going to be, and we begin to play small.
That's true.
We see this in all dimensions. What now? How may we be of service right now to provide a collective restart?
I don't know if that questioner is still there.
No, they seem to be gone, and
That's true.
I notice how different it feels to say to provide a collective restart without a deadline.
Right now, that's true.
We need some kind of meaningful deadline, and maybe that was the purpose of the question.
That could be.
By November 15th? I don't think we can do it. I don't believe
that's
possible.
possible.
By December 31st, I don't believe we can do it.
I wouldn't bet on that.
By a year from now? I don't know. I know the original deadline was January 17th, 2017.
That's true.
Now that was when we thought it was just planet Earth,
That's true.
which is a lot smaller project.
Yes, that's true.
I'm not convinced that it's impossible.
I'm not convinced that it's impossible.
Maybe it's possible.
It could happen.
It could. I don't know whether or not it could
don't
happen,
know.
but I'm not convinced that it can't
That's
happen.
true.
Whereas when I look at December 31st, 2015 as the deadline, I'm pretty positive that isn't
can't
going to happen. It's
That's
not going to
true.
come together in time.
That's true.
If we, right now, on October 22nd, are unable to get 3 humanoid, cordoned-off life forms to do what they're supposed to do in every moment and not do anything else, just
Yes.
live their soul plans in every moment, the plan being that which is ours to do right now.
Yes.
If we can't get 3 humanoids to do that, we aren't going to be able to provide a collective restart through all of creation by the end of the year. It isn't going to happen.
That's true.
But a whole another rotation around the sun, maybe. Well, maybe we just go back to January 17th, 2017. What do I know? I know that when we set a deadline like that, we tend to not push ourselves right now. We tend to procrastinate.
That's
'Cause we say,
true.
well, after all, I've got a whole
However long.
That's right.
That's the beauty of the right now.
Right now.
It doesn't leave any time to put things off.
Yes, but we also don't believe it.
That's true. So it's not an effective deadline.
How to make a deadline that's compelling and yet effective?
That's a good question.
Well, what would be helpful is to set an immediate deadline for the smaller project. For example, these 3 cordoned-off
That's
life forms, the
true.
project. What would a good deadline be? November 15th?
Maybe November 15th. And that's a lesson the Lynn life taught over and over again. If you have a very big project that seems impossible to complete, break it down into smaller projects and make small deadlines for the smaller projects.
Or it'll never get done.
Or it'll never get done. You'll just have this big project sitting in front of you
Right.
for eternity.
Right. Someone here is very anxious at having something like that on the table. Well, what do I know? I know that anxiety is an emotion often associated with Luz, who isn't supposed to be here, but who doesn't
that's
seem to
true.
honor the
Rules of the
boundaries.
divorce
No,
agreement.
That's right.
That's true.
He breaks and enters all the time, and
That's
we
true.
discover it because the emotions hint at his presence, and so far nobody's saying no, it
No,
isn't
it feels more and more true.
loose. Loose. What are you supposed to be doing right now? Where are you supposed to be?
Right now.
You know yourself that sorting machine continually deposited you right back in thing 3.
That's true.
You know yourself that you want your name on one of these early rolls.
That's true.
You know that you missed the opportunity for thing 1. That's
That's true.
Asha's way. You missed the opportunity for thing 2. That's Roz Road and Glenn's Greenway.
That's true.
The opportunity in front of you is thing 3. I think it's a good deadline.
I think so too.
November 15th?
November 15th, 2015.
November 15th. 3 weeks
3 weeks,
to
3
have
projects.
it done. Wow. Right.
That's true.
Somebody is sweating at that idea.
That's true.
Many somebodies.
Many somebodies. That's true.
Me too,
Me too.
How about this? Because we noticed there are 3 of those projects.
Yes.
How about let's get one of them to
That
fulfill
feels
the
good.
destiny
By November 15th.
by November 15th.
That feels
And
good.
another one to fulfill the destiny by maybe the start of the Advent season, whenever that is,
That
but it's
could
in early
be.
December. And then another one to fulfill the destiny by the solstice.
That
How about
feels
that?
good. Okay,
And then
now I
we-
feel like clapping from the nature realms being
Yes.
something to...
Yes, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And so pick a project, any project. It doesn't matter which one you pick.
That's true.
Thing 1, thing
Thing
2,
two,
thing
thing
3.
three.
Focus the efforts there and get going.
That's true.
And so to Luce we say, you don't have an eternity to get this done.
No.
The clock is ticking, and pretty soon one or the other of us, I'll do it, will chart
I'll do it.
the road through thing 3.
Yeah, I would not mind having a road named after me, and I don't have one yet.
Hey, that's right. Maybe it's your turn. You have a point named
I
after
do.
you.
And I would be happy to eat your lunch.
Maybe that's it. You have to just drill down.
Yeah.
And we notice how we're being trained in different ways.
That's true.
Thing 1, it was just a road.
That's true.
Put the pebbles in the right place. Thing 2,
Pave it
it was
over.
dropping through
Drop
a
through
cavern on
cavern.
cables. Thing 3, it's drilling
That's
down.
true.
We're learning lots of different things.
Yes,
We're learning a
true.
lot.
We're learning
We're
a
learning
lot.
a lot.
So I just realized something.
What?
By creating the 3 different deadlines, what we did is take a large project that seems impossible and break it into smaller projects that seem possible,
True.
just at finer and finer levels.
True. And now we can be paving the way in all 3 of those things. We
That's
see
true.
how Garth's consistent effort with the cables makes a really big difference.
That's true.
Consistent effort makes a big difference. If there's something going in thing 3 that's just consistent effort in terms of vertical flow, vertical soul flow,
Yes.
it will make a difference. It
That's
really
true.
will. We can do this,
We can do
friends.
this.
Okay. November 15th, start of Advent, which is early December,
That's true.
and
The
solstice. And those are 3 different kinds of deadlines, so
That's
there's something
true.
for everyone. People who like numbers on a calendar
Have a hard date.
work for the November 15th
That's
deadline.
true.
People who like a spiritual theme go for the start of the Advent season.
That's true.
People who like the nature themes go for the solstice.
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody.
That's true.
In God we trust.
In God we trust.
I don't know whether or not that's true anymore. I hope it is.
I know that we say that. I don't
meant
know
for
if it's true.
myself. Just for myself. Hope it is. Let's
a
live
good
stream this
question.
out. I believe in an ultimate presence. I know that ultimate presence doesn't ever give up. I'm
true.
sure of that. I'm sure that this effort will not end with us.
That's true.
If we were all to quit, something else would happen and someone else would pick it up.
That's true.
I'm positive of that. Source doesn't quit.
Source doesn't quit.
You can see the history of the tree.
That's
If
true.
you know what to look for, if you're just curious about why things are the way they are.
Right.